So I know you said that it was strange to be back. Like, why did it seem weird to you?
Just because of everything that has gone on, with the pandemic, and it feels like it's been ages since I've been back here. But we really only missed out on 3 months since I've been back. But that's just you got to deal with it. You just got to continue to go on, and you're just ready to play baseball.
So when you walked in today, when you went back to the park, what were you taking in?
Um, it was just kind of surreal. It was weird. I mean, this season's going to happen, and we've had doubts. Obviously everybody's had doubts whether the season was even going to happen or not. So the fact that we found a way to make this thing work and found a way to start the season up. Everybody just wants to get back in the clubhouse and just get back into routines to figure out what it's going to take to go out there and compete and win. And hopefully, we get to do that on Friday.
So what did that look like when you saw some of your teammates today?
It's just weird. Everybody's wearing masks. Everybody's getting tested. So you just hope that everybody's been safe. And then we follow these protocols so that if we, stay, within the rules, that we can kind of make our own kind of rules and know that how we have to be able to, uh, watch our behavior kind of on and off the field to make sure that we're as healthy as possible, so that we can go out there and stay as healthy as possible and try to win as many ball games as we can.
Yeah, and you had such a unique perspective, I would imagine, right? Being a part of the Players Association Executive Council. I mean,
hmm
what was that like? What did that mean? What did you have to do behind the scenes? Because I think everyone knew you were vocal about it.
it was a lot of work. This was a lot of work because the business of the game is always ugly, and the fans never want to. The fans never actually want to see it. I
Fans
feel like
never
the
do
fans
see
want to know
it.
the business of the game, but when you actually get into the business of the game and you start looking at it, it gets pretty ugly pretty fast. For me personally, I mean, I was on phone calls left and right, talking to guys across. Obviously doing subcommittee calls. Talking to players across the league. To be able to articulate where guys were in different viewpoints, and not miraculously, it was it was kind of weird to see here everybody kind of saying the same thing. Everybody was kind of sharing the same viewpoint that I was talking to guys that I really respect across the league, and then obviously talking to the Nationals as well. And really, from all three of those kind of groups of players I was talking to, everybody was on the same page of how we wanted to attack this pandemic and what we thought needed to happen to go forward for us to play. And so it made my job a little bit easier to make knowing that the players across the game felt as strongly as I did.
What to you, what was the thing that sealed it that made you say like, okay, this is what we could really do? This schedule, this plan.
I think what really thought once we realized what the testing was going to look like. To me, the testing was the biggest thing in this whole thing of understanding what it was going to be. And I was prepared to have that Q-tip go down my nose 3 times a week. That's what it meant to play baseball. But it's going to be much easier than that. With a spit test. And we started seeing the data on that and the science behind it, and I felt a lot more confident about going to the guys and saying, "Look, we have a test that's very reliable, very accurate about trying to pick up the virus, and it's something that if we were able to test at a frequency, we should feel confident about it going forward and playing the season. When you couple that with protocols of watching what you do on and off the field and trying to stay away from high risk situations, I fully believe that we can do this. I fully believe that we're going to have a good season, and that we're going to make it all the way through to the World Series."